Welcome, colleagues, to another rerun episode. In this one, we are talking about the famously terrifying episode Home with the Peacock brothers, who are like, I don't know, monsters, incest. It's all very creepy, and they're killing people. And in multiple scenes in this episode, the song Wonderful, Wonderful is playing as they head out in their classic car to go murder people. And as I mentioned in this episode, the version of Wonderful, Wonderful that they play is not the original by Johnny Mathis. It's a sound-alike version because Mathis wouldn't allow his version to be used on the show, which, fair enough. So I thought I'd learn a little bit more about Johnny Mathis and share it with you all, because I knew literally nothing about him. He was born in 1935, rose to fame in the late 50s. Apparently, the head of A&R at Columbia Records in 1955 heard him sing and sent a telegram that said, "Have found phenomenal 19-year-old boy who could go all the way. Send blank contracts," which sounds like something in a movie to me. So Johnny Mathis had a lot of hits, and then his kind of popularity dipped in the mid-60s as we have, Beatlemania and stuff like that. And then he had a career resurgence in the late 70s. He kept touring, he kept recording new material. In the year 2000, he decided to limit his concerts to only 50 or 60 a year, which seems like a lot to me. At that point, he's over 65, and he's still doing 50 or 60 shows a year. And then he just had his final farewell concert last year in May of 2025 at the age of 90. So, I bring him up specifically because I was just talking about James Hong, who's 97 and just had that memoir come out about his incredibly prolific acting career. And I just feel like it'd be neat to hear James Hong and Johnny Mathis interview each other, talk about their experiences being so prolific in their given fields, having such long careers. And, just thought I'd share it. Thought it was interesting. Anyway, enjoy us talking about the grossest, most disturbing episode of The X-Files ever. Here we go.
I'm Helen.
And I'm Liz.
And we're sisters,
scientists,
and lifelong X-Files fans.
And this is We Want to Believe.
Hi, welcome back.
Welcome, colleagues.
How's it going?
Oh, boy. That was an episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
So, yeah.
I'm real tempted to watch it. I forgot that I was going to and listen to a podcast while grading instead.
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
See, but it's one of those things where I hear so much, but I've never seen it. And so I'm tempted,
Why don't we check back in about 40 minutes and see if you've changed your mind?
Okay. All right. I'm excited. Anything else going on this week?
I did have one announcement to our listeners, which is that you may have noticed this already, or maybe you haven't. I don't know. You might hear ads on our podcast. We might have ads.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard them, then I haven't made it happen yet. But the thing is, we can choose the categories, but we can't control the individual ads. So if you were to hear something wildly offensive or something, God, let me know.
Yeah.
I don't anticipate that being an issue, but just if anything ever occurs where you're like, good Lord, Liz and Helen signed off on this, please let us know.
Yes.
Email us at wewantobelievepod@gmail.com. But yeah, we should hopefully have ads. So that would be neat.
That would be neat. Yeah.
Listeners qualify for this one service through RSS. So,
thank you all. Nice work.
thank you, everyone.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you, Colin. Yeah, that was the only announcement that I had. Oh, did you find anything in your house?
No, I sure haven't.
Cool. Cool. It continues.
Yeah. No, I haven't. And I would forget. And then I'd think of it as I was falling asleep at night. And it's not on top of my nightstand
It's not on top of your nightstand. Nope.
So,
if you listen to the end of the last episode, I've hidden something in Helen's house.
yes.
And I'm waiting for her to find it. It's been there for months. So,
And I really thought I was going to I forgot almost alarmingly quickly. It really didn't take long for me. I come in and it's like, oh, there's some stuffing on the floor from the dogs killing one of their stuffed animals, and there's water bottles everywhere, and like if there could be like, I don't know, a giant painting of David Duchovny on my ceiling, and I don't think I'd notice because I'd be too focused on like why are the shoes everywhere? Um, which
As far as
is not
things that
great.
can be hidden in houses, as you'll see in this episode, though you don't know officially what it is that's in your house, I assure you, it's better than what's hidden in this house in this episode.
Great.
This you would notice. Um,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it is kind of perfect. I imagine, yeah, there's enough chaos in your household to
Yes.
just sort of.
Yeah, there's dogs everywhere, there's children everywhere, and then it's like I'm almost always like I'm going to retreat to somewhere where it is quiet.
Where do you retreat where it's quiet?
Mostly my room.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes you know what? Sometimes I would retreat to our like sunroom area, but there's been stuff in there lately, and so I haven't for a while.
Huh.
So maybe that's something I should keep in mind.
Maybe it is.
Okay. So we're talking about home this
You're
week?
talking about home. This is the second episode of season 4 of the X-Files. It is famous for being like the most violent. I'm going to talk about the episode, and then I'm also going to talk about the reaction to it,
Ooh.
how it came to be, kind of, other details about it. I'm going to go kind of quickly through the episode and not get into too much detail. Um, there are some pretty horrifying concepts in this episode. Just heads up, I will try to say them in the least horrifying way possible, but they're pretty horrifying.
Yeah,
That's for our
incest,
listeners.
correct? Is that what?
Incest,
Yeah, okay.
incest, yes.
Yeah,
Some other stuff. There is a baby that dies.
okay. Good heads
It's
up.
not great. And that's how we begin. So I will say this. It's not a baby you even see. It's not a baby you like get attached to, but like, all right, I'll just get into it. Well, first, let me say, listeners, don't watch this. Don't watch Home unless you like, if you're like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Hills Have Eyes by Wes Craven, like that kind of brand of horror movie that's like not just like slasher scary, but like disturbing and super violent, then this is for you. If that's not you, don't watch this. It's not me, and I watched it.
Yeah. Can you remember? For some reason, I was trying to think of the name of this horror movie that me, you, and our friend Amanda watched that we felt like was not too terrible, that like the protagonist like did the right thing. Like it wasn't one where we were like yelling at it. And I remember that there was like a car scene with the song Closer by Nine Inch Nails. Do you
Oh
have any
God.
idea what I'm talking about?
Oh, I don't remember that at all, and I know that song so well.
Huh. Um,
At first, I thought "Closer" by Tegan and Sarah, which is like this really delightful pop song that I like, reference in my novel.
oh,
And
no.
yeah,
No, different vibes.
yeah.
Like I remember a scene where like the main woman like climbs out of a gas station bathroom window. It was like slasher-y, but not too horrifying. I remember it being good, and I was trying to remember the name of it for some reason.
Hmm.
Reminded me.
Don't know. I am looking up what movies have "Closer" by Nine Inch Nails. Um, it looks like it's in Seven, but
No,
uh,
it's
that is not.
not what I'm
You
thinking.
would remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Head like a hole, Dead Souls.
A lot of Nine Inch Nails and stuff, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, Trent Reznor does a lot of soundtracks for movies these days. So,
Really?
um, oh yeah, he's done a bunch.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, The Hitcher?
Yes, that was it.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Ooh, that looks scary.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was scary, but like not in the way you're describing, which is what
yeah.
reminded me in
Great.
like a tolerable way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Cool. Anyway,
Yeah.
this is not scary in a tolerable way. I'm being told. No.
Nope.
Okay.
You were being told that. Because it starts with it's raining, it's dark. The music is just different. Even like the score feels different. Like it's
I've
very,
seen like the first like 2 minutes or something because I feel like it's like come on after another
oh,
one and we've
yeah.
been like, nope. Um,
And honestly, I thought those were some of the worst minutes.
oh,
So,
huh.
um, although I did skip forward during some scenes that I hate.
Okay.
So basically it starts with there's you kind of can tell something's going on. There's like a woman and you're like, "Oh, she's giving birth maybe." And there's like other men there and it's very dark and it's very terrible and then they're digging a hole in the backyard
Okay.
and the baby has died. And it's
Okay.
like the men look there's like multiple guys there and they look weird. Um and that's how it opens.
Okay.
And then after the theme song, oh, by the way, it takes place in rural Pennsylvania. For some reason, I always think it took place in Nebraska. I don't know what that says about me and how I view Nebraska, that I thought home took place there, but it's like, it's very much like they talk about it being like,
Appalachian.
no, like
Oh,
small town America. There's a lot of that, like, I think something that seemed very edgy in the 90s of like, oh, things we think are wholesome are actually dark. Um,
okay.
that like it's not like Mayberry. There's some references to Mayberry, which we'll get to, but like um and but to me the vibe actually seemed more like out west, empty town, like uh
Okay.
not like the place that has Applefest, which is in
Ah,
Pennsylvania. Um
yeah.
I think that was in the episode Blood.
Yeah.
So, yeah, then we see some kids playing ball, and they mention having to like change the field they normally use because of the mud. And then the kid who's at bat is kind of like towing the dirt, and all of a sudden blood starts rising up.
Creepy.
Yeah, and then we get it shifts like it kind of like zooms in on the blood, and then when it zooms out, Mulder and Scully are there, and Mulder has a baseball, and he's kind of pretending to pitch it and kind of walking around or whatever. And I mean, like, I don't know how I feel about this. There are some clever lines in this, and I felt like at first, especially, I liked that levity. Like
Mhm.
there was some entertainment, but after a while, it felt a little bit like, no, you're in a horror movie. Take it seriously. Like this is
Oh,
disturbing as shit. Um,
interesting. Huh.
but at first, I was amused, right? So like, um, Scully is examining like the hole that had been dug because they kind of were able to get the dirt out of the hole. And
So wait,
I'm
I'm sorry. So this was the blood was coming out of the grave where the baby had been?
yes,
Oh, I mean that doesn't make any sense. And how deep was the hole?
about yay big, about a foot deep, tops, less than a foot, maybe a foot.
Huh.
All right, so Helen, I have a lot of hole-based questions for you.
Oh, I would love to do my best. I
Yeah,
could
because
give you a
I
nice
was like, dig it.
35 centimeter hole as a test, and
Okay.
a meter by a meter when we're
Oh,
doing the excavation. Anyway, I'm just showing off about holes. I don't know.
I will not use that as the episode title.
Thank you. Okay, great.
Okay, so Scully says, and I made sure to get this right, compression marks indicate the shovel blade to be approximately 6 3/4 inches, and the angle of movement and deeper indentation on the right side of the mud indicate a left-handed individual.
Okay.
Is that all reasonable?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Um, it's probably weird that a medical doctor would know that.
Yeah. I mean, on the other hand, if you like think about it, if you think really closely about digging a hole and like the shovel indentations and which way is going to be pressed down more,
Yeah,
I
I never
feel
thought
like,
about that.
a
Yeah,
physicist could also
yeah,
figure.
yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So cool.
Is that it? Are those the only whole questions?
That's it.
Oh,
I thought it would be a lot more in depth,
oh,
um, so to speak.
oh,
Um,
darn.
yeah,
I
sorry.
will say if there's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why blood would be rising up out of it though. That is weirder to me.
Yeah, I thought so too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to dwell too much on what would have to be going on there, but it wouldn't be good.
I mean, there'd have, well, so did they say something about rains and mud? Okay,
Hmm.
I guess if things were, no, but there wouldn't just be blood. There would have to be, I mean, the
Working
blood,
out against
yeah.
gravity.
No, the blood would have gone down
Mhm.
like normal liquids.
Yeah,
Um,
which are constrained by gravity. Yeah.
yeah. hmm so that is weirder to me. Yeah.
Okay. So Mulder just keeps kind of like goofing around with the baseball and
Mhm.
not really listening. And Scully realizes he's not listening. And
Oh,
she
I'm sorry.
says,
I have one more question. Sorry. Um,
Please.
so we saw the people in the start of the episode digging the hole. They were digging it in this baseball field?
So it's not an official baseball field. It's kind of like there was some corn there. It's more just like
Oh,
sandlot, casual kids
okay.
just playing in the summer thing. And they did say, oh, this isn't where we normally play.
Okay. So
Oh, you
weird.
also saw that the kids lost a ball that went onto the property of the Peacock family, and they're like, "Should we go get it?" No, let's not. Like, no, 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 it's too
Ah,
scary. So
so
there's
their
like
house is right
video
there.
evidence. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. I see. Okay. All right. Continue. So Mulder's messing around.
yeah. And so then Scully adds, because he's not listening to her. Meanwhile, I've quit the FBI and become a spokesperson for the ab roller, and he doesn't really notice. And then he gives this little like, oh, small town, reminds him of in the summers going to Martha's Vineyard with Samantha, and Scully mentions how he just wants it to be like Maybury, and that's not real. And then the sheriff arrives, gets out of the car, and says, "I'm Sheriff Andy Taylor." So that was great.
That is great.
Yeah. And I liked the sheriff a lot. Like I liked the guy who played him, um, unfortunately. And
Uh,
yeah. And so they had mentioned like, what's the deal with that house there? Somebody's been watching us out the window the whole time. And he's
mm.
like, oh, that's the Peacock family. There's three well, like young men. He's like, oh yeah, they're adults now, I guess. Yeah. And he says, I guess you can call them human.
What?
Yeah, which is a hell of a thing to say.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I just said I like the sheriff, but I forgot about that line and it was pretty horrifying.
Yeah.
It was
No.
more like the actor. I don't know.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
And so he says, like, it's just these three guys. Their parents died in a car crash. And he goes, well, we think they're presumably dead. And they're like, what does that mean? And they're like, well, they got in this really bad car accident, but the kids wouldn't let us have the bodies. They like dragged them back into their house. Um,
I don't think that's legal.
didn't know either. It doesn't sound right. As far as I can tell, this town is like, these guys are creepy. Let's just leave them alone. Let them do their thing. Like that seems to be the approach.
That's great.
Yeah, it is not a decision that has worked out well for them, it
Yeah.
turns out. Um, so yeah, Taylor is like, don't talk to the peacocks. They won't understand. Like they have, and he kind of like implies like they keep themselves to themselves. They grow their own food. They don't have electricity. They're totally off the grid. And he says something that sort of implies inbreeding. I can't remember
Hmm.
exactly what he said, but like, ew.
Okay. But there's just three young men that,
Yeah, and I guess they've lived on that land. The peacocks have lived on that land for ages and ages.
okay.
Some say this is reality now. This was during a time when Fox and NBC were having a lot of like channel wars of trying to get each other's viewers,
Oh.
and the peacock is the NBC logo, and this show is on Fox. So some people think that's why the name Peacock was chosen.
That's kind of,
Uh, Darren Morgan, it's a Morgan and Wong episode. Darren Morgan says he got the name because it was his parents' neighbors, which is horrifying. If you're his parents' neighbors, like, oh, thanks a lot.
yeah.
Name like, ugh.
It reminds me of that. We've talked about this episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine before, the one with Nathan Fillion. Uh, and
I'm on TV.
yeah,
When he uses Jake's name as like the grossest serial killer ever on their
yeah,
cop show. Yeah,
yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
Um, so so yeah, Andy Taylor is saying how like, basically, oh, this town has been like such a safe, good place, but now we found this baby's body and we know like bad things have finally arrived here. And it's like, no, they've been there. They've been in that house.
Yeah.
Um, so they go to the police station. he introduces them to his deputy, Barney. And yeah. Oh, yeah. If listeners, if you don't know Mayberry, that Andy Taylor is Andy Griffith's character and is the main character, and then Barney Fife is the deputy, Don Knotts. And so Mulder immediately goes, Fife? And the guy is like, no, pastor. Like, why would you even think that? And uh, and in this scene, Andy Taylor has mentioned like how safe it has been there, and he doesn't carry a gun. He doesn't lock his door at night.
People are wild.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my best friend growing up, they didn't lock their door at night. I let myself in their house. I guess you guys, yeah, I'm sure you guys knew that. Your listeners. Yeah. Yeah. Katie's family. I would just walk
Oh,
in. They don't
they
lock
didn't
their
lock
door.
their door?
No.
Wow.
As far as I know, nothing ever happened. I think they eventually started locking it, but like,
Yeah.
I just remember walking in their house. No one was in there. It was daytime. I think, meeting up with Katie or something, but their new dog, Chase, was there. And I just felt like Chase was barking at me. And I felt like, who are you? I've been around for years. Why are you barking at me?
Huh. Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, no bad stories about that, but
Yeah. I mean, when Zach was in Stevens Point, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't lock their doors, which is just, and so when he moved to Madison, I was like, no, no, we lock our
I,
doors.
I know my first college apartment had a back door, which is what we'd always use, that like had like outdoor staircase
Yeah.
thing, and then a front door that led to like a little hallway that had, I think, four or five other apartments. And it was like one other one on our floor, two upstairs, one downstairs or something. And I knew the people, but we almost never would use that door. But when our dad would come and visit me, he would use that door.
Oh.
And multiple times he would leave and then duck back in and open the door to make sure I locked it and be like, "He's testing you. Don't forget to lock it."
I won't when I'm like, I I don't know that I should be saying
No,
this.
don't, yeah, let's not tell the listeners the habits of when your doors are
No,
locked and when they aren't.
no,
Yeah.
let's not. Yeah, I was just going to mention my two giant dogs.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, your dogs will attack people we like.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, I know. Yeah.
yeah, that's a
Um,
good point.
yeah, yeah. But anyway,
Yeah, I'm not concerned. So Scully examines the body of the baby and says this baby has basically every rare birth defect known to man.
oh, okay.
You're like, okay,
Yeah,
like I get this.
yeah.
And so Scully is sort of saying how, like, you know, she feels bad for the mother. She's imagining like, oh, this woman had like these hopes for this baby, and it's so sad that this baby died, and like,
Mhm.
um, and then she said, I think I'm just projecting and thinking a lot about wanting to be a mother myself.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, so we're like starting to enter that time of the series where Scully's talking about motherhood.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Mulder's like, "Do you have like genetic disorders in your family you're worried about?" And she's like, "No, no, I'm just thinking about it." And he says, "You just find yourself a man with a spotless genetic makeup and a tolerance for being second guessed." And and I like that. And then she asked about his family, and he said, "Except for a need for corrective lenses and a tendency to be abducted by extraterrestrials involved in an international government conspiracy, we're good." And I really enjoyed that. And I felt like it was early enough in the episode that the quipping didn't feel inappropriate.
Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah,
just the flippant reference to their tendency to be abducted by aliens, I
yeah.
just
That's
thought was
hilarious.
fun. And so Mulder is assuming it's like two scared teenagers that had
Yeah,
this baby, and Scully's like, as I wrote in my notes, she's 100% on the money. She's like, no, the Andy Taylor implied the peacocks are inbreeding. All of these rare birth defects are like
yeah.
something bad, and she's worried they have abducted a woman. So
Uh,
that's her theory. And she's like, we need to save that woman.
Now, quick question. Did she determine if it was a stillbirth or if the baby had died or been killed? Like, is she able to determine the cause of death?
So she is. The baby did not die of natural causes,
Okay.
but they can tell it would have, but still.
Okay.
And horrifying tidbit, the censors were like, you need to make it more clear that this baby was going to die anyway, because it
Oh,
wasn't clear enough.
oh,
Yeah, like, and I think it is clear for plot reasons as well that the baby was going to die.
okay.
Which will understand by the end, but
Well, but
all horrifying.
right.
So
I mean, I'm assuming these people are terrible people of some sort.
yeah.
So, was it just like people would be too sad if they murdered a healthy baby? Because I feel like I almost have
No,
a problem
no,
with
more
that.
like probably the baby was about to die and they knew this and they were like they're not quite human and so
Hmm.
they were just like leave this one because it's not healthy. There's a
Uh,
lot of like comparing these people to animals, which
huh.
is not cool and
No.
also stupid and like
Yeah.
like Mulder later in the episode talks about like, oh, they're operating on animal instinct. And I want to be like, we too are animals, sir. We just are different.
Yeah.
They're still humans. Like what
Well,
and also it's not like all animals act the same. So what do you even mean? Like,
right. Well, and also, I would like to see some data about the actual. I
I
can't imagine you know what I'm going to say. Um,
I think I do. Can I guess?
yes, please.
I think you want like a genetic thingy with chromosomal thingies.
No, I want to know the actual incidence. This is not at all what you what you thought. The actual incidence of how often people would leave babies under trees for fairies.
Ooh. Uh,
Right? Because that's what it makes me think of is like this idea of like it's not going to survive anyway. There's something wrong with the infant. We'll give it to the fairies.
I
Uh,
didn't know people did that at all. I thought fairies stole babies
well,
and
right,
gave them
that's
to
the
changelings.
idea. Right. Is so it's like they think like, oh, this must be a changeling because our baby is sick. And so the fairies must have stolen it. And so we'll put it back under like a fairy tree
Oh
so that
God.
the fairies then
Oof.
give us our baby back. And now this is like a lot of myth. That's why I would like to see the actual incidents of people doing that. I'm curious.
I'm sorry. I've just got that old Chili's commercial in my head now. Like, oh, my baby back, baby
Oh.
back, baby back. Sorry. I was like, no, Liz, stop. Um, yeah, I know fairies are scary. And those are the types that interest me anyway. The scary ones, like in not Doctor Strange, Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. Did you ever read that?
No, I never read that. I started like 15, 20 years ago. I started it.
It is a long book.
Yeah. I'm on page like 100.
Yeah.
And and couldn't get into it, but I feel like I should give it another chance.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
should. I mean, it is slow,
Yeah.
but if you're someone, and I know you are, someone who likes long books
Yeah.
and likes magical stuff,
Yeah.
it takes place in like early 1800s England, and it's written in a style that books were written back by
Oh,
in
yes.
that
That
like
was
so it reads like Jane Austen in a
yeah.
way to me because that's the only type of books I've read from that era. So it is a little
Yeah.
slow, but if you get into it, shit gets really weird and really good.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of creepy stuff with fairies.
Cool.
And like, there's like people going away for this amount of time and it's much later. There's people cursed to dance.
Ooh.
There's, people making deals with fairies that they shouldn't.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I should try it again.
it's good.
Yeah.
The man with the thistledown hair is one of the fairies, and he's
Ooh.
scary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's what it reminded me of. That I
gotcha,
like that seems less, I don't know. It doesn't remind me of like animal behavior.
gotcha. Yeah, no, no, yeah. So, so Scully though is like it's three boys over there. So who
Yeah.
like abducted a woman or something? Like she's like, I don't think it's this innocent picture you have, Mulder, of like these
Yeah.
two skinny teenagers. Um, I think it's them, and uh, it was like classic X-Files lighting in this episode, and it occurred to me, is the reason it's so dimly lit, it makes it cheaper to show scary stuff and not have it look fake.
Maybe, except that sometimes they're just like walking through hallways.
Yeah, that's a good point. We need to make that hallway look very realistic.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, fair point. But in this episode, like the brothers are all creepy looking and they never show them in clear light.
Ah,
Yeah, and um so they go inside the Peacock house, Mulder and Scully. They kind of like screen door and they're like, well, we can't go in. There's no probable cause. But then they're like, oh, there's some scissors with blood on them. Okay, we're gonna
oh,
go in. And so they bag that and there's like blood and they're like, okay,
yeah,
this is definitely where somebody had something bad happen, presumably gave birth, but
right.
they can't find anyone in the house. It is a dark, creepy old house. It is very lots of stuff all over. Oh, you know what I would picture it like? Remember, we would drive to Door County and we would pass that creepy antique store.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those are the vibes.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. And so Mulder and Scully are talking as they're looking around the house, and he's like, "I think they ran because they saw us coming. I think they've hidden, they've like ran off the property or something. We need to tell because of all the blood. We need to tell Sheriff Taylor, put out a warrant for them, try to find who they could have kidnapped. We got to do this." And then as the scene ends, it's very dark, so I couldn't get that many details, but we see someone is hiding, at least one person, eyes watching them.
And I feel like that's something that you see like still frames of or something. Like I feel like that's familiar to me.
There's a few other shots that might be because there's a
Oh,
lot of people hiding in places.
okay.
That would be the best one for there to be screenshots of because all the rest are worse.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, so okay. We see Taylor at home. He's on the phone with Scully. Scully's like in Mulder's hotel room sitting at the little table. And I was like, oh, it's like an apart hotel, as they say in Europe. There's a little kitchenette and everything. It doesn't matter. That's just hotel brain. And so Scully's like, I saw this white Cadillac in the driveway, this old car. Could it maybe have belonged to a kidnap victim? And he was like, a lot of people just abandon their cars out here.
Huh.
Why? He's like, people run out of gas, they just leave their car.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't believe that's a phenomenon that happens that often, but it also makes me think more of like out in the West where it's open and there's nothing and
Yeah.
nobody. In Pennsylvania, you're just like, oh. We do later find out, I'll spoil it now because it doesn't matter. We find out who owns this white Cadillac. It's not a kidnap victim. It's a woman who ran out of gas and left the car there. And now she lives on the East Coast. Yeah,
Okay.
like you do. We have, I've run out of gas multiple times.
Wow.
We almost ran out of gas on vacation together.
Now, if you recall, we did the calculation. We were still like 17 miles away from
That's
running
right.
gas.
That's right.
So I would not call that almost. It felt like it was almost.
The gas station was much further than we thought, and we'd been driving with the gas light on for a very long time. Um,
Yes. But once we figured it out,
yeah,
it's not actually as close as
no,
it felt. Yeah.
no. And
Uh,
and as someone who has run out of gas multiple times, it's fair that I acknowledge you were not as close.
Thank you. I am curious about these Pennsylvania vibes, given that we have family from Pennsylvania. I would like to ask. No, like I mean, like I want to ask, like our dad,
Oh,
like
oh,
if
gotcha. I
like
mean,
are there
like,
weird towns like this in Pennsylvania? You know?
now that you say it, I have a feeling our dad would say yes.
Yeah, yeah,
I feel like he would say some not flattering things that we wouldn't want to quote directly.
yeah.
Um, but I think part of it also is that it just looked flat and looked open
Uh, and
and
that's my
like
impression of Pennsylvania.
no,
Yeah.
no. I feel like yeah, like you said, Appalachia, like, and it certainly didn't feel like Philly suburbs vibes either, you know. Now of course we're still filming in Vancouver at this point. It doesn't look like Vancouver to me either.
Hmm.
But maybe if you go outside Vancouver, you get that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I know that this episode was filmed in Vancouver for sure, for reasons I'll get to in a bit.
Okay. Great.
Um,
Going.
yeah, let's go. So, okay. So Taylor's in his house. It's nighttime. He had said previously he doesn't load a gun, but he's like loading his gun. He's
Okay.
anxious. You know, he's got a bad feeling. And then we see that old white Cadillac is
Hmm.
moving. The Creepy brothers have gotten in the car, all three of them, and they're
Creepy.
playing this old 50s song that I'll it's not like I liked it to begin with, but I certainly don't like it now. It's Wonderful, Wonderful by Johnny Mathis. I'll do my best here.
Wait, did we update people that on that ride where we almost ran out of gas, I finally had to listen to Love.
Tell people, oh my God, the Muskrat Love update.
Yeah, it's it's real slow. It's real weird.
Yeah, yeah, it's worse than you'd think, isn't it?
It is. Yes, it is
Yeah.
worse than I would think. Yeah. So I'm
The,
sorry.
the children did not care for it.
No, my kids did not care for it, which is fair because it's a terrible song.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, it's much more ballady than you feel like any song about muskrats has any right to be.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
William has gotten very into live Nirvana albums.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
There's a
I'm just,
bunch.
oh my God, there's a bunch. And they're so much more depressing than the like recorded stuff. Like they're so much slower and like, and I'm fine with Nirvana. Like I'm not like a huge fan, but I'll listen to it. Uh, but this is just too much for me.
And I mean like the opposite of that, I've always loved Nirvana. I still sometimes feel like, oh, that's enough.
Oh,
Like,
really?
oh, sure. I mean, like, I love Nirvana, but how often do I listen to them? Not very often.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, I mean, honestly, I want like usually less, like, I think like the fuzzy grunge guitars are not my favorite anymore. And I
Yeah.
think certain songs, there's like, I really like Stay Away. It's like the second to last track on Nevermind, I want to say.
I don't think I know it. It's okay.
We're not gonna, well,
Yeah. No,
I'm
that's
not.
okay.
Yeah, but it's got a real hard beat and it's very fast, and I like that. And
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I mean,
It's interesting. I think William has a bit of what Zach has, music knowledge. I don't know exactly what I mean. But like
DNA.
yeah, about 50%. Um, Zach will sometimes like have no idea what lyrics are in songs because he focuses so much on specific instrumental parts.
Oh,
Whereas like I almost entirely focus on like the melody and the lyrics to stuff. And I think William does a bit of that too, where like he's listening to like the drum part of a song.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But what is this song?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful
I
Wonder.
will say this. I can't remember any of the words except wonderful, wonderful. So I'll sing that. And
Okay.
also, it's me.
Yeah.
So everyone, buckle up. It's like wonderful, wonderful. Um,
Doesn't help.
yeah, it's like so basically what they're doing is peppy 50s song that's like a little cheesy paired with really horrifying stuff to
Yeah.
be subversive.
Sure.
And I guess that was groundbreaking then. I found it sort of irritating.
Okay.
I felt like, ooh, you're pairing something innocent with something creepy. Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. But they're driving.
Yeah, so they're driving and oh, I mean, where do you think they're going? They're going to Andy Taylor's house
Yeah.
because they heard that he has put a warrant out for them.
Yep.
And yeah, we see Taylor's wife come and talk to him. He's like sitting on the porch and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm taking one last look at everything out here before it changes."
Oh
And I kind
God.
of feel like, dude, it's already fucked up. Like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
um, and she's like, "Come to bed, honey." So they go to bed. And then we hear, because their windows are open, we hear that song playing and we hear the car pulling up, which I'm like, did they just play it over and over and over? Or because it's a short song, I don't think they could have gotten there in that time.
Hmm.
But I mean, I listen to songs over and over, so whatever.
Yeah.
I have a side note about songs that I'm going to
Oh.
mention at the end of this.
Ooh. Okay.
Fun, and it's a recommendation for another podcast.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that my family fell asleep when I was driving home from Door County, and so I played songs I wanted to listen to over and over because I could.
Nice. What ones?
So maybe they're just like, thank God the kids aren't here to annoy me about not
Yeah.
wanting to play all this Bob Dylan. Um, that's what it was. It was a lot of Bob Dylan.
Long Bob Dylan? Oh, like long songs by
A
him.
lot of
A
Bob.
lot of. Oh, I thought it was like a Long John Silver Bob Dylan crossover. I heard Long Bob Dylan and I thought of him like a pirate or something. I don't know.
No.
I am going to text Adam to get the name of the song that I'm going to be talking about at the end of the episode because I can't
Okay.
think of it. Um, so the long and short of it is the three guys murder the Taylors.
Yeah. Okay.
It is disturbing.
In what manner do they?
They beat them to death.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
I was gonna, I don't know, make a criminalistics joke. Be like, manner would be homicide. There's like manner versus cause of death. Anyway,
Oh,
sorry.
oh, okay. It's lost on. Um,
They beat them to death.
yes.
Ooh. With what?
Um, I don't know. A,
Oh,
a wooden bat, I think, like a baseball bat or
ooh,
something. And like
yikes.
I did a lot of 10 seconds forward, 10 seconds forward, 10
Ah,
seconds forward. The scene that I remember the most is Taylor tells his wife, hide under the bed.
oh,
And so you see her so scared under the bed, and
oh,
then they find her.
oh, that's so scary.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's so scary.
yeah,
I
yeah,
hate it. Um, so the Taylors are murdered. Barney Pastor, the deputy, is the one who finds them the next day because he was bringing over some results to show them because it's the
uh,
90s and he can't email them. And so Mulder and Scully examine the bodies. It's like a really bloody scene. And it's
oh,
just like, how is this on network television?
man. Well, it only was briefly, right?
Yeah, yeah, which like yeah, not for long.
Yeah.
Um, and so Scully's like, "Oh, there must be a lab error. There's too many abnormalities." And so she makes a mistake in this scene that I will reference again later for how I found out about it. She says something about all of these being caused by dominant genes, but what she means is recessive.
Yes,
Because
I could have told you that already. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I could have told you
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I would have just it went by me because she was saying
Yeah.
a lot of science stuff.
Yeah.
I sound real smart. But like, yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the whole point, right? And just, for listeners who are not thinking about this, dominant genes dominate. So then, oh, I can't explain this succinctly.
You
I don't know it good
need
enough.
to?
Yeah, I do want you to.
Yeah, yeah. So, dominant genes are ones that are expressed if they are present, as opposed to a recessive gene, which is not always expressed if it's present. You need two recessive genes in order to usually have the phenotype, meaning the like expression of it when like look at a person or whatever. And so so recessive genes are less likely to appear in populations. And so if we have, so this is going towards inbreeding, right? And so if we
Yeah.
have,
And I'm going to pause you for just a second. Let's give an example so people can picture what it means for a gene to be expressed. Is eye color a good example of
yes,
dominant and recessive?
yes, eye color is a good example. So people have, there's two dominant, well, I'm saying that I shouldn't use that word. There's two, uh,
Common?
yeah, well, there's an eye color gene that mostly is responsible for the color of our eyes, is what I'm
Okay.
trying to say.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
Um, and typically the dominant one is brown eyes, the recessive one is blue eyes. And then if you get a mutation on the blue-eyed gene, then you can get green.
Oh, green-eyed people are mutants.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh.
Hi, Mom. Um,
I was just about to say that.
um, and because our mom has her two brothers both had blue eyes. They all
Mm.
had the same genetics. She just had the green-eyed mutation, which should be a song like Green Eyed Lady, but green-eyed mutation. Um,
Won't sing that.
and so if someone can have two brown dominant genes, then they'll have brown eyes. Someone can have two recessive blue-eyed genes, and they're going to have blue eyes or green, right? But if someone has one of each, then they'll have brown eyes because
Like
that,
us.
right? Probably. We don't know exact. Or no, we would have to. Uh,
Yeah.
right, because there was a chance because Zach has like hazel greenish eyes, and so we were wondering if any of our kids would have because you and I must have a recessive gene in there.
Right. Because our dad has dark eyes.
Right,
Our mom has light eyes.
right.
We both have dark eyes, but we know they have to be uh
One of each because we
yeah,
had to
one of
get one
each.
from our mom and she only had the recessive ones.
Right. Yeah.
And so if you look at like the phenotype, so the expression of it, one out of um Depend. Well, never one out. Never mind. I'm not going to get in. I'd have to do a whole Punnett Square thing.
I know I've been like really wishing we could have a Punnett Square that
If I had a
our
whiteboard
have to listen
that
to.
people could
I
see,
mean,
it
all
would.
I want is a whiteboard.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've got one right in front of me, but it's not going to do our listeners any good.
it really
Um,
isn't.
so yeah, so that's what dominant versus recessive. And there's, I mean, like, and that's like a very basic example. There's like a lot more things that go into this stuff.
This is the
But
freshman in high school biology
yeah,
class version.
yes, yeah.
That's why I understand it.
You took biology.
Yes, in freshman in high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, inbreeding,
Yes.
not so much with eye color, I guess, although I guess, but like,
Right. So you're gonna, it's if you have like a family with a bunch of, if you have
is it heterozygous? Is that the word we want? If you're,
heterozygous is the word for one of each. So hetero,
yeah,
like one of each. And then
yeah,
homozygous means you have two of the same, which could either be dominant or recessive.
right. And so if people are heterozygous for stuff, they're going to be more likely to produce the recessive. If both parents are heterozygous, they're going to
Well,
be
it
able to
depends.
produce screening. You know what? No, you're the one explaining this. I will shut up. Do your thing.
Well, I mean, I was with eye color or something. So if we have two heterozygous people, then there's a quarter chance, 25% chance that the offspring will have um, blue eyes, say, have the recessive genes. But then if you have like two people with blue eyes, then the offspring would have to have blue eyes.
Right,
And
exactly.
so if you have different like recessive disorders that are being carried in families, and then those people are breeding with each other, then it's going to be more likely to see those traits popping up because you have like the same, you're increasing the likelihood that someone's
Yeah.
going to get that.
And that's why people make jokes about royal families and stuff with like only wanting to marry other royals and it kind of making genes
Yeah.
not as
I
strong or
was
whatever.
wondering if we were going to talk about like the Habsburgs at all.
I was feeling Habsburgian. Yeah. I could feel a Habsburg mention coming on.
Yeah.
I don't know much about them except that like I mean, honestly, most of my knowledge is like joke. Like remember whose character is it on 30 Rock? Who's like a
Oh,
I think he's played by Paul Rubens, maybe.
yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's like a super weak, sickly,
Yeah.
inbred prince of some realm or something.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Um, so anyway, Scully is like, that this couldn't be. And Mulder says, and I was like, God help me if this is where they're going. What if all three brothers are the father? And I was like, what? And he was like, what if they've mutated so that all three of them, and thank God that is not
Okay,
one.
good.
With that, I was like, no, no. And Scully's like, no, no, no. To get this, you need to have a female member of the family,
Yeah. Right.
but we
Yes.
don't. So, like, what is going on here?
Uh-huh.
Because here's the other thing, Helen. It turns out this episode is not an X-File. There is nothing supernatural.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
horrifying, but it's not an X-File.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Um,
good because that would be real weird biology.
yeah. I mean,
And dumb, I don't know. It would just be, I don't know.
it'd just be one more thing we have to deal
Yeah.
with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so they both are like, well, how, okay, they must have killed Taylor because of the warrants, but how would they know about the warrants?
Yeah.
Like they were there when we were talking about this, and I feel like you guys did a terrible job of searching that house. It was very poorly lit, like everything in your lives. And you just, I mean,
Yeah.
so uh Barney is like angry and he's like, let's go. Let's go get him. Like, come on. And so he brings Mulder and Scully with him. They go to the house. He's going to go in the front. They're going to go around the back. They're wearing bulletproof vests. They're like trying to be ready for this. And then you see the brothers like preparing and they're like, this is a battle for our home. Like they're ready. We knew it would come to this. And
No one
so
wants to take your home, dude. Like, just don't be gross and criminal. Like,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Don't-
don't murder people. This is a
Yeah.
battle for the fact that you just murdered Andy Taylor and his wife,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. The creeping up scene, so much creeping up. 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, still creeping, still creeping. Um, Barney goes in with his gun drawn. There is a booby trap on the door so that an axe falls.
Oh, so that was a relevant comment.
It
Ah,
was.
oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. And then, so he died. And also, I felt like, okay, if an axe fell on you, I don't think it could behead you.
Yeah, what angle is it falling on you from?
I mean, the whole thing strikes me as a fascinating physics
Side?
problem that I won't do.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking of grading physics problems or any problems involving math, do your students also never use units? I said that weird, but do you also find yourself writing units on papers when grading?
I take off points for not
Oh
using
yeah, me
units
too. Absolutely.
immediately.
Yeah.
From day one. When they turn in their papers, they're turning it in next to a big note that says, "Did you put correct units on all your answers?" And every single damn time, I'm taking off the points for units.
Yep. I had it on the whiteboard. Don't forget your units. That's me on the
Because the
whiteboard.
thing is, without units, it does not have any meaning.
Nope.
Like, how can you convince me you know what this means if you don't even know what we're measuring? And I realize sometimes we're just sloppy and we leave it off, but you
Yeah,
need to show me you know what's going on.
right. If you're doing an exam, though, you should, not be sloppy.
This is at least just in-class worksheets, like,
Yeah.
but they do forget on exams sometimes too. Or I also, that disturbs me less than when they mess up units. Certain things I get. What I see is very common is acceleration. They put meters per second, which is not acceleration, that is velocity. That's okay, fine. What I don't like is when I see meters per second for time or distance.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
If I may, one of our loyal listeners, Britt, a colleague of mine, I just keep thinking about this comment of hers. We were at our fall conference, which is like a big long meeting. They give us free food
Awesome.
at our college, and like, there's all these speeches about strategic planning and what we're doing and how we are in admission and all this stuff, right? And the president was speaking, and it's like all quiet and serious, and it's only faculty and we're all listening, and and he's talking about like good things coming and admission and enrollment, and he says and we now have 5 quarterbacks on campus, and quiet below me, or quiet behind me, I hear Britt go, 1.25 backs, and and a couple of us that were sitting together just like lost it, and the president is up there talking all serious. But
I've ever heard.
I know, I thought you'd appreciate it.
Also, why are they saying we now have 5 quarterbacks on campus? What is that?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know. That was, I got sidetracked real fast and then
Yeah.
didn't keep
Yeah.
up with anything that was said after that
Oh
for a
my God,
while.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It took me just a second, and then it was like, oh yeah, 5 times 0.25.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one, Britt. I
So
see why you keep thinking about it.
yes, yeah, good times. Okay, so he gets beheaded
Gets
really
beheaded,
by a
and
falling axe.
yes.
Okay.
And the brothers then like descend on him
Ugh.
and rawr, attack. And Mulder and Scully can kind of see, and this is when Mulder's like, it's
Wait,
animal.
he's like beheaded?
I don't know. He's killed by the axe in the neck.
Oh.
It
Um,
looked like he was going to be beheaded, but
because
then he
why
was
are they
also
descending on him?
because Helen
Animals?
are outsiders trying to invade the den, and they're acting on pure animal instinct.
There's nothing like about inbreeding that makes you more animal. Like this
If you take some of this to logical conclusions, it's quite horrifying.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
so, you know, they eventually are able to trick them into leaving the house and
Okay.
getting them like messing up something on their farm. They think they're out there, so they go out to the farm. Mulder and Scully go in. They're thinking we got to find this kidnapped victim, this woman presumably. They're looking around. Yeah, there's more quipping in this scene, and that's when I felt like, come on now. Like
Ah,
Mulder like is like, oh no. And then you see that he's found a paper that says Elvis Presley dead at 42. So it's like a super old paper just sitting in the house. But it felt like this is neither the time nor the place, Mulder.
yeah.
Yeah. So they look at a bunch of old photos on the wall from like decades past of these people. They're all strange looking. Um, and then they find a woman under the bed,
Oh,
and she is angry and is like, "Don't you take me anywhere? What are you doing?"
oh, creepy.
I'm gonna say more disturbing stuff now.
That's
If
fine.
you are like, this is listeners, if you're like, that was enough disturbing stuff for me, please, let's say skip ahead about 5 minutes. Jump back in then.
I have no choice.
No, Helen doesn't have a choice.
Okay.
You can check your email and then just
No, I
sound
know
like you're
I'm
talking.
here. I'm
Yeah.
good. Yeah, go for it.
Um, she also has a mutanty look to her, like the kid, like the young guys. And Mulder's like, "We're gonna get you home. Come on." And Scully's it's like, "No, Mulder, this is Mrs. Peacock. She
Yeah.
is home." And I'm like, "Mrs. Peacock, like, did I think about this?" Like, it's Clue. Yeah, Mrs. Peacock.
Oh my God, that's right.
She's Eileen Brennan. Come on. So
Yeah.
she is also a quadruple amputee
Oh
because
no.
of a car accident.
Oh.
So she didn't die in that car accident. She was just
Oh.
injured and lost her limbs, and they've kept her alive.
Oh.
Is the life she wants.
Oh.
Getting
God.
pregnant by her sons.
Gross. Oh my God.
Yep. And so Mulder goes to look for the sons.
Mhm.
Scully is trying to get this woman to let her get her out and be like,
Yeah.
if you talk, if you work with us, we can try to, you know, be more lenient with your sons or whatever, you know. And then the the three brothers return, big fight scene, shooting, swinging things, whatever. 10 seconds forward, 10 seconds forward. Lots, I mean, like violent, intense fight scene.
Just
Eventually,
between them and Mulder,
them
or
and Mulder and Scully very quickly comes
ah.
down as shooting as well. And like, eventually, two of the three brothers are dead. And at the end of the chaos, they realize one of them, Edmund, is gone.
Oh.
And so is the mother.
Oh.
And so they put out Mulder's radioing, and they get a roadblock, they get an APB. But that's essentially the end of the episode. There is one more scene with them in the car talking, and Mrs. Peacock is like, you can't keep a peacock down. There will be more of us. We're gonna create more of us, and we just need to find a brand new home.
Uh,
And they're listening to that same wonderful, wonderful song,
yeah.
um, and that's the end of the episode.
Creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty horrifying. And so that's why I know also that they didn't just kill that baby deliberately in the first scene because clearly they want to have more of them.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Well, that sounds fun. Thank you for taking one for the team.
Yeah, so let's check in.
Yeah.
Do you kind of want to watch it now?
Yeah. I kind of do.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, Helen, have you learned nothing?
No, I haven't. I do this. I like, and I always regret it. I have
You really
literally
have
learned
learned nothing.
nothing. Yeah. 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 I remember you saying, you told me about the Neil Gaiman thing. And we're like, I'm not,
That article?
yes. And I regret it. And I regret it.
Yep. I
Yep.
haven't read it. I know I'd regret it.
No,
So
yes, you would regret it. I regret it. But I'm not gonna stop because I don't know why. There's something wrong with me. I don't know.
you shouldn't read Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. You'd regret it. You
can try that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll try.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying to think if
probably,
there's anything else I've been wanting you to read or
yeah,
watch or anything. Yeah, not
my
really.
house. I'll regret it if I have a clean house. I'm gonna,
I can try. Yeah, don't do it. You
yeah.
might find something that you don't know that it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh. I should clean my house
Yeah.
actually. I'm
Well,
curious. I don't know. I I probably won't because I probably won't bother to watch it. Like
yeah,
it would take an hour of me choosing to watch something that's disturbing, but for, like I don't
time is
have that.
precious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but part of me is still like part of me still wants to, for better or worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
What's next?
well, I have more to say about this episode.
Oh, no, that's great. But what is next? Do you know?
Taliko.
That's familiar, but I can't remember what it's about.
I know
So,
nothing about it. The one after it is Unruh.
oh, what's the deal with that one?
Unruhe. It's German for unrest. I'm sure I'm not saying it right. It's the one with the man with the stilts.
Oh, that's one I want to watch. That's
Yeah, I mean,
that
we
would be
could
more
both
that
we
would be
could
more worth my time.
we could both watch that one if we wanted to. I'm gonna be out of work with nothing to do but watch TV once I'm healed up, but
That's
not
right.
too healed up. So
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, because yeah, that's one where it seems like it's worth my time to watch an
yes,
extra X-Files episode. So I should probably just not watch Home and not do that to anyone and then watch that one if I'm gonna
yeah,
watch an extra because that one's good
yeah. Oh, it's so scary.
in a good creepy way.
Yeah. So the house used as the Peacock house was used in another episode.
Oh,
It was used in Aubrey. Uh, remember with like Mrs. Thibodeau, and there's like um
oh, that's so funny.
cop is a woman named BJ, and her grandfather or whatever is this killer. He says little sister, and it's really
Oh,
creepy. And like kind of somehow she's been like possessed by him, even though he's still alive, and she's killing people in the same way. And Mrs. Thibodeau is one of the survivors, and like there's like
that's
a
right.
World's Fair of like a triangle and a circle on the wall.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Okay.
it's the same house. The house she lives in, I think, is the house. It's a house from that episode. I think that's it. And I
Oh,
guess they were like, "We love this house. It's creepy old farmhouse." So maybe it's the house. I think that's the house she lives in. I don't know. They wanted to use it again, so they did use it again. I read a lot about like the people who made it, their reaction to it, like the I don't know actors
oh,
and their
mhm.
production people, and they were all like, "Yeah, this was way more violent than usual. Like this was
Oh,
intense." Like
huh.
the director was Kim Manners, who's directed a lot of episodes, and he said like the shot of the baby being buried was like the worst shot he's had to set up.
Whoa.
Yeah, and like um what's his name? Tucker Smallwood is the guy who played Andy Taylor, and he said like did not enjoy that experience, was like, whoa, is this show really this violent? And he had to lay face down in the pool of fake blood when he died for like 90 minutes.
Oh,
Remember that. We're gonna come back to that in a second.
okay.
Um,
Presumably he could breathe.
oh yes, yeah. I mean, well, again, we'll come back to that.
Ah.
Um, So Johnny Mathis did not give them permission to use his song, so they
Oh,
had to create a cover version really quickly of like a sound alike, which
oh,
like
weird.
copyright laws are so strange that Johnny Mathis can write a song and then be like, no, you can't use it. So they're like, we'll just create a cover version that is virtually identical, and then that's okay.
I don't understand.
I find like music copyright stuff so odd.
Yes.
It is one of two X-Files episodes to get a viewer discretion is advised warning at the beginning of it.
What's the other one?
Season 8, it's called Via Negativa. It's a Doggett episode. I do not remember. It's Doggett and Skinner mostly. Scully,
Huh.
Gillian Anderson wasn't available, so it's Skinner and the lone gunmen are in it as well.
Oh, I don't remember that
I
at
don't
all.
remember. Yeah, and I even looked at the plot and was like, this is not familiar.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird.
So Home debuted. Oh, and I should mention Home is also the name of the town. It's Home, Pennsylvania, this small town.
Okay.
And
That
so
seems
it
a little too on the nose.
I
but
know.
yeah.
It's very like, I read a stat that they say the word home 20 times in the
Oh,
episode.
jeez.
And there's more references to the idea of home as well, and just not using the word. Like, it's a very like,
Yeah.
this is our theme, everyone.
Yeah.
It debuted on October 11th, 1996, which as I read that, I thought, wow, almost 20 years ago. Nope,
No.
almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Wow. Yeah.
And then it was played on Fox one more time in 1999 on Halloween as like a
Oh,
special, this is the scariest episode just for Halloween. And that was it.
whoa. Wow.
Yeah. And like critical response seems to be that it's good, but it's very gruesome. And then some critics are like, it is too gruesome.
Okay.
Um, and William B. Davis basically had that view. They asked him at
Really?
some point, which I feel like I like that they're like, "Hey, cigarette smoking man, tell us about your thoughts on other episodes that you aren't in."
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he said he thought it was really, really well done, but just like he can see where it could be off-putting to viewers because it's
Yeah.
so gruesome.
I
Um,
really like the idea of him watching the X-Files.
I know, I
I
know.
picture him like alone in a crappy apartment with his
Okay,
cigarettes and
yeah, yeah. Um, so I read a lot of background info about this. Some of it I got from Wikipedia, and then you go to the X-Files wiki, which you were talking about the other day. And there's this quote from what Tucker Smallwood said about like didn't enjoy it, whatever. And then there's this note below it that appears to be from Tucker Smallwood, but I don't know how this works. Did he just go on there and edit it? I don't understand what I'm seeing, but what it says is rubbish. I never said any such thing. I loved Vancouver, and I laid on my back for the death scene. Space wasn't involved.
what? That's so weird.
But it's not like a quote attributed to him, and it's also not in the body of the explanation. It's like if you
Huh.
go to the it's on like this X-Files, it's like X-Files fandom wiki, and you look at the page for home, the first thing is like a clip from Wikipedia and then a response to it.
Well,
But
let me ask you this. During the death scene, was he laying on his back or his front?
I think he was laying on his back.
Huh.
Yeah.
But again,
And it,
someone could have noticed that and just said
yeah.
it as well.
Yeah. I don't know how to explain this, but something about the fact that he used the word rubbish made me think, oh, this is him. I don't know why. It seemed like
Is he British or
no, no, he's
no?
not British. I just felt like he's an actor.
Yeah.
I don't know. He played the mission director in Contact. I don't remember
Oh,
that character, but it's nice that he
no.
was in Contact.
Yeah. Great
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. So I saw that Morgan and Wong wanted to bring back the Peacocks for another episode,
Oh.
and Fox said no.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the mention of like dominant versus recessive, I found a reference to this book called The Real Science Behind the X-Files by Anne Simon, PhD. So
Oh.
we need to look that up and see about it and
Huh.
either be like, I don't know about this, or I mean, more likely, because it's somebody who loves the X-Files and wrote a book about it, see if we can meet her and get her on our show.
Oh, yeah. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Huh. The real science behind the X-Files?
Yeah, by Anne Simon.
Okay. I'm gonna look
I
that up.
assume it's not a new book because I don't think a lot of new books about the X-Files are coming out. Um, Mrs. Peacock, the woman who played her, also played Madame Zelma in Clyde Bruckman's Final Repose, who's one of the tarot card readers who gets killed. Um,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Interesting. Huh.
yeah. She also you're not going to care, but I cared a lot. The woman who played Mrs. Peacock also played Morbida Destiny in the Babysitter's Club in the most recent version of that
Oh,
on
really?
TV. Where, yeah, so Christy's mom marries Watson Brewer, who has kids of his own, and his daughter Karen is like obsessed with all things spooky, and she's convinced the next door neighbor, whose name I forget, which is embarrassing, but she's convinced that the woman next door is actually a witch named Morbida Destiny, and she
Oh.
her, but she turns out to be nice. Um, and in the show, I think we see that she's also like that character next door is sort of like I think she's like into like new agey pagan stuff. So it's kind of like, oh, maybe she is a witch, but not in the way that Karen thought and not in a bad way, like in like a good way. Um, it's a great show, and
I've
I
heard
recommend
that.
it to literally everyone.
I've heard good things.
Yeah. If you need a palate cleanser because you decided to not take my advice and you watched Home, put on the like couple years old Babysitter's Club on Netflix.
The real science behind the the real science behind the X-Files, Microbes, Meteorites, and Mutants by Anne Simon was written in 2001.
Okay.
And it has a rating of 4 on Goodreads.
Also, it's better than my book. Oh no, mine is still above 4, just barely.
Oh,
It's going down though. That's what happens.
yeah, that's dumb.
It's fine. That's just what happens on Goodreads is
Yeah.
people are
You know
deranged.
what? I feel like now, for as much as I don't like Amazon and trying to buy things from there, I feel like the ratings on Amazon are more true to form than Goodreads.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, Goodreads reviewers. It's basically like I imagined this book to be like this. It wasn't. Therefore, it's a bad book.
Yeah. Yeah. It has a 4.6 on Amazon.
What? Her book?
Yeah. hmm Yeah. And it says in her bio, I don't know if this is still true, but it says she's a professor in the Department of Cell Biology and Molecular Genetics, University of Maryland, and editor of the International Journal Virology.
Whoa, cool.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I'm gonna have to read this, or
Yeah.
maybe I'll read it because it seems more biology-y, and you read the
Young
terrible
adult.
YA. Yeah.
It wasn't terrible.
Okay.
It was
Not great.
it wasn't like, oh no, they need to make more. It was trying to it had a tricky task. It had to appeal to teenagers, yet somehow also appeal to X-Files fans, which are generally not teenagers at this point.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and then the last thing that I will add is a recommendation for another podcast, one episode in particular, because it is, I mean, also if you need a palate cleanser, for example, because you watched Home, maybe you want to enjoy this. It is this podcast. Nope, that's not the one. Aha, it's a podcast called Reply All. And there's this episode from 5 years ago. It's episode number 158, The Case of the Missing Hit. I cannot stress enough, you should listen to this episode.
Huh.
Basically, what's happening in the podcast is people are coming to this guy with like weird problems that he is helping them solve in crazy ways. And so the guy that they're talking to,
It's nonfiction or
nonfiction, yeah,
okay.
nonfiction.
Okay.
The guy that they're talking to is like, he was talking to his wife one day and something made him think of it. And he references these song lyrics from the 90s. And his wife is like, I've never heard that song. What are you singing? And he was like, well, and he's like kind of singing it. And she's like, no, I got nothing. And then he's talking to his friends, and no one has heard of this song. And he's Googling lyrics, and it's nowhere. And he's like, but I
Oh,
know this song. I didn't make it up. And he's like, I don't have interesting taste in music. I listened to mainstream radio in the 90s. I don't know how I know this, and no one else does. And so they go down this rabbit hole of trying to figure out what happened with this song, including like making a recreation based on how he describes it that they can then use for like Shazam type thing to try to find out
oh.
that way. Doing all this research, talking to people who were in music at the time. And the way I mean, it's so good and it has an incredibly satisfying ending that I
And
won't
it
even say.
involves the X-Files in some way?
No, not at all.
Oh.
Not at all. It
Okay.
involves the X-Files technically a little, I guess, in that the song is compared parts of it to sound kind of like One Week by the Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh.
And they do play a clip of that song on the podcast that includes the line, watching X-Files when the light's on, we're done the maison. I hope the smoking man's in this one.
Yeah.
So there's technically a reference to the X-Files, and it's also contemporary with the X-Files. It's mid 90s. And it's delightful and I like it. I've been listening to that song a lot today because I've had Wonderful, Wonderful stuck in my head and felt really creeped
Oh.
out. And if you're like, oh, I've been listening to the song, it's because I actually just spoiled it because the song does exist.
Oh, okay. Oh,
But
whoa.
I won't say anymore. And it's incredibly catchy, and me and Adam both love it, even though it's not a
Did you
sex.
know of it prior?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
it's weird. It's a weird story. I
Huh,
wouldn't have expected to know it, and I listened to plenty of radio. Yeah.
huh,
So again, it's a podcast called Reply All, and you want episode 158, The Case of the Missing Hit. It
cool.
it's it's so good. So
Awesome.
yeah, highly recommend.
I'm gonna listen to that while I go walk out to my car, I
You
think.
will enjoy it. Give it like they kind of do a little build up and they're talking about other stuff with the podcast for the
Okay.
first couple of minutes, but then you'll get into it and
Yeah.
it's just great. Yeah, I
Okay.
love it. Yeah.
Awesome.
I bet
Cool.
Zach would also enjoy it because 90s music and they're
Yeah.
talking a lot about the structure of it and how it sounds sort of like this band and sort of like that band and
Cool.
talking
Yeah.
to musicians.
He likes music stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Great.
right.
Well, this was fun, just like the topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And next
Um,
week is Toliko.
yep, next week is Taliko.
And yeah. Yeah. Thank you for being enough people, everyone,
Being enough people, everyone.
that we might have ads. So
Yeah.
thank you
Yeah.
for being here.
If we haven't made it clear, we like money.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I haven't made it clear enough to everyone that I
even though we
like
did
more
have an
money.
episode called Venmo Helen in which I gave out your Venmo. Yeah. Maybe it hasn't been clear.
Maybe I should send that one to the provost.
Yeah.
No, she's doing her best. All right.
Yeah.
Bye everyone.
Bye, everyone. We Want to Believe is hosted by Helen Werner and Liz Holden. It's produced by Zach Werner. The We Want to Believe theme music was created and recorded by Zach Werner. Find us at wewanttoBelievePod.com, on Instagram at wewanttoBelievePod, or send us an email at wewanttoBelievepod@gmail.com.
You know what? It sucks to be bored. But when I get on my phone and play real casino games on SpinQuest.com, the time flies by. That 2-hour wait at the DMV seems like 10 minutes. Play your favorite slots, live blackjack, live craps, with a live dealer. New players, $30 coin packs are on sale for $10. Play SpinQuest.com and you'll never be bored again.
SpinQuest is a free-to-play social casino. Void where prohibited. Visit SpinQuest.com for more details.
What if your basement becomes your favorite room in the house? With Actuate Improvement, the unused space transforms into something incredible. A cozy family room, a home office, even a guest suite designed just for you. From moisture control to smart lighting and custom layouts, Actuate Improvement handles every detail so your basement is comfortable, functional, and built to last. More space, more value, built beautiful with care. Visit ActuateLLC.com. Design, create, actuate.